Let's delve into the early history of America up to 1607. The wind howled across the vast expanse of the Bering Strait, where icy waters met frozen land. It was a desolate place, untouched by human footsteps until one fateful day, when the first intrepid souls arrived. Their ancestors, paleogenetic whispers from distant Chukotka, had embarked on an epic journey. Driven by survival and curiosity, they traversed the frozen bridge connecting Asia and America. The Beringia land bridge, now submerged beneath the waves, bore witness to their passage. Around 20,000 to 25,000 years ago, these ancient Beringians stepped onto Alaskan soil. They were pioneers, isolated from the Eurasian mainland. Over millennia, they diverged into northern and southern groups, the paleoindigenous peoples who would shape North and South America. In the heart of Idaho's Columbia River Basin, at Cooper's Ferry, artifacts whispered secrets of their existence. Bones of long-extinct mammals and remnants of burnt charcoal revealed their presence. These stone tools echoed similarities with Japan's Kamisaratake site, hinting at coastal migration along the Pacific. Yet, the story didn't end there. A corridor opened a narrow path through icebound Dakota. The Cordilleran and Laurentide ice sheets parted, allowing later migrations. Paleo inhabitants, perhaps arriving as early as the 13th millennium BC, left their arrowheads in the Wilson Butte Cave near Twin Falls. Across the continent, mainland tribes clashed and coexisted, their lives intertwined with the land, seasons, and spirits. And then, a Norse saga unfolded. Leif Erikson, the Viking explorer, glimpsed Vinland, the land we now call America. Yet, his visits left no lasting mark on the indigenous tapestry. Far to the north, at Cape Espenberg in Alaska, bronze and iron artifacts whispered of distant connections. Eastern Asian travelers left their mark, bridging continents. And so, the ancient beads of turquoise E40 arrived. Venice to Eurasia, across the Bering Strait, they adorned the necks of those who danced between worlds. Long before Columbus sailed, they whispered tales of exploration, resilience, and the timeless spirit of America. According to one theory, the first humans appeared in America around 15,000 years ago, crossing into Alaska via the frozen or shallow Bering Strait. Paleogenetic studies of a girl's genome from the Tanana Valley in Alaska, dating back approximately 11,500 years, suggest that the ancestors of all Native Americans migrated in a single wave from Chukotka to Alaska during the late Pleistocene, around 20,000 to 25,000 years ago. After this migration, the ancient Beringians became isolated in America. Between 17,000 and 14,000 years ago, they split into northern and southern groups of paleoindigenous peoples, eventually populating North and South America. Artifacts from Cooper's Ferry, Idaho, a late Paleolithic site along the Salmon River in the Columbia River Basin, dates back 15,280 to 16,560 years. These stone tools exhibit similarities to the Kamisaratake industry on Japan's Hokkaido Island, suggesting initial migration along the Pacific coast. Later, a corridor opened through ice-free Dakota, connecting Beringia to present-day Dakota. Paleo inhabitants, estimated to have arrived in Idaho during the 13th millennium BC, left ancient arrowheads in the Wilson Butte Cave near Twin Falls. Mainland North American tribes lived in isolation and occasional conflict. Leif Erikson, the famous Icelandic Viking, discovered America, naming it Vinland. However, European visits had minimal impact on the indigenous way of life. In Alaska's Seward Peninsula, at Cape Espenberg, bronze and iron artifacts from 1,000 years ago hint at interactions between East Asian residents and Alaskans. At Pontiac Point, near the Brooks Range in Arctic Alaska, turquoise beads of type E40 traversing from Venice through Eurasia and the Bering Strait preceded Columbus's voyage by several decades, whispering tales of exploration and cultural exchange. Feel free to explore further or ask any questions.